Hello everyone, what's going on? Shellz here. It is a time for a new series on FIFA 19 and today is the start of my Director of Football career mode here on FIFA 19. And we'll be starting off with Bray Wanderers here in the SSE Airtricity League in the Republic of Ireland. It's not the prettiest league in the world, as I would know, as I pretty much... Bray are probably the closest team to me actually, are they? I think they are. Not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on it, but they're definitely probably the closest. I think Bohemians probably be as close, and probably Tala similar distance, but you know, I'm kind of at a bit of a triangle between all three of them. But anyway, let's talk about this career mode, how it's going to work. Let's get the administrative, things out of the way first off. Right, so we're going to start in the Irish League. Once we win the Irish League, the series is really going to start kicking off then, because that's when we can start moving to other teams. Now, I don't know where we're going to go after Bray. We could get a job in Scotland, MLS maybe, Australia. We're going to keep going up the ladder, and the ideal at the end of the day is that a certain amount of seasons into the career mode, we will get a job in the Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, the Bundesliga, the top level, and we'll be competing for Champions League. The goal is ultimately to win multiple league titles, to win Europa League at the very least, and of course, most importantly, is to at least win one Champions League, if not multiple. Multiple I would love, but that's the goal, that's the aspirations for this career mode. It's going to be heavily based around having a youth academy, so our goal is going to be to bring youth graduates through at every team we come through. And then eventually, we could come to the Premier League and, a guy that we brought up through Bray could end up on a Premier League team we could face. And that would be very interesting to view. It'd be crazy. Even a guy could retire potentially if we have a guy season 1 and we play all 15 seasons of this career mode. Have the guy retire with us. That's the possibility what's going to happen in this career mode. That's what makes this career mode so interesting and why it's going to be so much fun. So we're starting in Ireland. We're going to build our way through this team. We're going to build this team up, and we're going to make sure that when we leave Bray, they're going to be an absolute staple. And that's going to be the fact of every team. I'm going to build every team up so that they can survive long after we leave. The success of, us being a director of football isn't, did we win the league? It's, did we win the league after we left? Are they still going to be that good? Because we're going to set the, the foundation, the bedrock for this team to be that good. Now, I don't know if there's anything else I want to mention just before we get started. Youth Academy journey. I think we've mentioned everything we need to go through. It's going to be a great series. I've basically been testing this behind the scenes. Some of the results I've had have been fantastic. None of the results have been bad. They've all been really good, and just seeing where players end up in different things is such an interesting thing. It's going to be a great series. I really think you guys are going to enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I can portray it across to you guys as good as what I've been, what's in my head, because that's the hardest part. You have a great idea in your head, but you have to translate it across to the viewer. And I hope you guys will really enjoy it. We're going to get into it, but first off, actually, last thing I want to mention was the episode's going to be the episodes are going to be done 1 month at a time, and I'm going to play one game from that month. So it's kind of going to be a faster career mode. It's going to be a lot of sims, obviously, because we are the director of football. We're not really the manager, so that's kind of that way it's going to do it. But it's going to be it's going to be 1 month per episode. But this episode, we're going to go through August and July. No, we're going to go through July and August. I got the balance mixed up. But anyway, we're going to crack on to it. Anyway, I'm going to head into the squad and we have a look at the squad first off, and we can see where it stands and we can see where we're making improvements. Anyway, let's go to that screen right now and let's get started on the career mode. So here we are loaded up into the career mode, and as you can see here is the team that we have selected here. Probably will change this formation. Kelly play, yes he can, perfect striker. So we got a little bit better already. Let's have a look at elsewhere. Left back seems a bit of a weakness. Better than 50. Yikes! It's a no better left back. You know what? We're gonna play 2 right backs. That's probably the best move. But as you can see, not much depth, not much to write home about just yet. Pretty mediocre squad, I'd say. It's not pretty. It's not the best. A lot of struggles this squad. It's gonna be definitely a grind to win the league. The Irish team isn't great. A lot of the youth academy graduates we have here will probably jump straight into the squad, but we desperately have to look at the free agency list. I'd love to potentially get like a left back and a centre back. Goalkeeper actually be nice as well, but a striker maybe might be all right. But yeah, I think maybe a striker would be handy, or a cam would be good. But We're gonna go investigate the free agents in a bit, but first off, I want to have a look at what funds we have to acquire here, because this is the tricky part. We're definitely low on funds. Okay, so we got 0.85 thousand budget and a 5k wage bill. Okay, not a lot of money to play with. We're not gonna be able to bring any marquee transfers. Obviously, you know, we're gonna have to look at the free agents. The free agents are probably gonna be our bread and butter. Really, we're gonna have to kind of have a search at them and see, you know, which guys can be our future. But I think right now we're gonna have to play it smart. We're gonna go after maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3 free agents and see how we do there. But the next step is to get the youth academy started. So let's head to that now. I've got my hands here on 3 scouts. I've got Brian McDonald, Casey Rafferty, and Slavako Vukovic from Croatia. So some nice, you know, unfortunately not the best star talent, but we're going to send the first one off to Ireland and see if we can pick off some marquee players. We're going to send, let's see where we send him. We'll send him to Northern Ireland. Get some Northern Irish talents, and then we'll also acquire, get some Scottish players in. That'll be handy enough. But so we got 3 months there. Hopefully some talent will get back from these reports. Obviously, we desperately do need, you know, players that can come and make instant impacts. Hopefully we can get some instant impact from these reports. But interesting to see we get back here in the first report. Hopefully maybe 1 or 2 players that can instantly come in. But we're gonna need them marinate for 3 months and see what comes back. First simulated game here in the EA Invitational Cup, and it is against Grimsby Town, and Hayes gets us off the mark early. 10th minute goal for him, which is great to see. Obviously, you know, these preseason tournaments, good for, you know, getting the confidence going, getting a good start to the season, always important. Sligo Rovers down 2-0, but Noon makes it 2-0. That's a great result so far. If we can hold out here for the next 15 minutes, that'd be absolutely brilliant. 10 to play here. This is looking like a fantastic victory. It is a 2-0 victory for Bray and the perfect start to our role as the director of football here. Second game here in the EA Invitational Cup as we take on Hogsund. Is that how you pronounce it? Great logo. That's an absolute fantastic logo. But Kelly misses us a penalty. Now, will that come back to bite us here as we approach half time? Only time will tell. But anyway, in the second half here, Hayes picks up a knock there for 7 minutes, has to come off for Gorman, so that's interesting to keep an eye on. 15 to play, and Wadji gets them a goal, unfortunately. Any light goal by us? No, unfortunately not. And we go down here 1-0 to Hodgsund. Final group game here in the Invitational Cup, and it's the International Cup there, and it is a game against a rival in Sligo Rovers, obviously from the Irish League as well. Noon gets us an early goal, that makes us 1-0. This is a winner takes all, as pretty sure the winner goes through in the group. We're both tied on 3 points, so it makes for an interesting contest here. But, you know, there's the second goal by Noon. That surely is the game wrapped up, signed, sealed, and delivered. We'll take the 3 points, Sligo. Thanks very much for your time. We'll make sure to go on and take the extra money. We'll take the, you know, the quarter, no, it's semi-finals to go through to of the preseason tournament. I'll take that. Not a bad result. Noon's having a good start to this career mode. That's 3 goals now, so I'm a happy camper. Semi-final action here as we take on Royce. Is that like Marco Royce, is it? I think it is. But Dominguez scores them an early penalty, which is not exactly what we want to see. Actually, no yellow card for our team now, but it looks like half time here and we're down 1-0. Right, 45 minutes for redemption, boys. Let's see what you got. Unfortunately, 10 minutes second half. Modest scores them a second, and that is probably going to be our reign here in the Invitational Cup. Over and done with. 5 to play. Can't see it scoring 2 in the last few minutes, and as I predicted, unfortunately, we do go down 2-0 here to Royce, but it's been a good run. It's been a good cup run. We're looking good for the season. So we've made it here to August now. I haven't signed any free agents just yet. Not really sure what I want to do with the squad just yet, but we have Dundalk, Shamrock Rovers, St. Patrick's Athletic, and then Cork City. Now, I'm going to play the Shamrock Rovers game. That's going to be the game I'm going to play this month. That's going to be interesting to see how we play against them. Obviously, 2 Dublin teams, but yeah, that's going to be what we're going to do for the month. And then we're going to wrap it up once we get to the end of August. But we've got a scout report back already. You know, a few names we've signed up to see what they look like. But until they get promoted, I won't actually show you the names of the players. But once they actually do, once I am going to promote them, I will show you guys who they are, so you guys can see who gets promoted for the academy. I'll show you every promotion on that, so you guys can see. But anyway, let's crack into the simulation game against Dundalk, and then we can crack on to the game with Shamrock. First game of the Electricity League here as Bray host Dundalk. So interesting game to see what happens here. Don't think anyone's going to recognize any of the players on either side unless you're a big avid Irish league watcher. Half time and no score, not very much action in the first half at all. Approach the 60-minute mark and still no goals here separating the sides. So looks like a tight counter. 15 to play here, and Benson in the 79th minute gets Dundalk that all-inclusive goal, and they take all 3 points here. Disappointing. We have room for improvement. So here we are at Tallaght Stadium, the actual name for Shamrock Rovers Stadium. It is Shamrock Rovers versus Bray Wanderers. Now we don't really know the teams, so let's just crack right into the game here. Let's see what happens. We need a big 3 points here, but I'd take a point as well. I think a point would be a good result today. A chance for Shamrock here, down the tram line. They've finally made a break, but a great bit of defense by Bray there. That's exactly what you want to see. Has to work something here, maybe. Can Pender do here? Space opens up for Noon. We know Noon can hit it. Give it into Hayes. Oh, there's just too much on that. Lovely bit of play though. Best bit of play we've had in the game so far. Well, Shamrock with a chance at the edge of the box here, with a chance right before half time. Steps over the ball, jumps into the wall, straight into the wall, and it goes nowhere. But the rebound's falling for Shamrock here. What can they work here before half time? And thankfully that ball bounces out wide. Is it a corner or a goal kick? I think it's goal kick, isn't it? But here we have a look at the replay. Yeah, just fluffed at the end there. Not great players. The shooting is pretty tough, these guys. It's not exactly going to be a high scoring game, but a tight half so far. Half time here, 0-0. It's been a very close game, as I said previously, and it feels like, I wouldn't say any side has an upper hand, but I feel like Shamrock had a bit more dominance and, control of the ball, which is a bit annoying. But these players are not good at striking the ball, so it's gonna be a long slug to figure out how to score with these guys. But 0-0, I'll take it. I'll take a point right now if it was offered to me. Let's see the second half. Maybe we can steal 3 points. Down to the break for Shamrock. Cross in into a dangerous position, but well defended. But gives it up again. This has been a problem. The body on the line, it's a free chance for Shamrock, and it's a great save by Moran. Dispossessed in a bad area there. Douglas messing around with the ball in his own path. Not exactly what you're meant to do. Chance for, oh, that's a brilliant goal. What a finish by number 7 for Shamrock Rovers, who has just rifled into the top corner. Well, nothing we could really do there. It just, yeah. You lose the ball in your own half like that, with 2 guys back, and you're going to get in trouble. And as per usual, mistake equals goal for me. That's a great finish. That's a fantastic finish. You couldn't have placed that any better. Top of the bin, in the goal, unstoppable. That's 2 points or double score on Soccer Aim, whatever it is. And yeah, got to give credit to it. Well, time for some substitutions, I think. Dragos Mamaliga coming on, Rhys Gorman and Derek Gibbons coming on for John Sullivan, Hugo Douglas, and I believe it's Sullivan in the midfield is coming off, so some big changes. It seems like we've had some technical difficulties there, unfortunately. Apologies for that, guys. But anyway, final score here in the game is 1-0. Unfortunately, they had 17 shots to our 1. Don't really know where they got the 17 shots from, because I didn't feel like they had 17 shots. Let's go to the team performance. We can go through it here. As you can see, it's not that right play. Evan Moore, I thought was very good goalkeeper. Sean Harding, red card today. They're 5. I thought he was, he did alright. I think he deserved the red card. Conor McKenna, a 7. Thought he was good. Rhys Gorman came on for a 6, and so did Derek Gibbons for a 6.3. Not bad. Dylan Hayes, a 7.5. Actually had a good, good slot on the left there side there. Paul O'Connor, the 6.6. Didn't have too much to be involved with today, unfortunately. Dragos Mamaliga, 6.2 did alright. Darren Needham, 6.2. I thought he was our best runner out there today, but again, he's very poor at attack, which is a little bit of a problem. Jake Kelly with just a 6, and not much action for him. Jared Pender, not much action for him either, 6.1, and not good. John Sullivan, pardon me, 5.8. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with him today. Just never got going in that game. Hugh Douglas, atrocious second half. I mean, he's alright the first half, but that second half was terrible. And Sean Heaney, a 7.1. It's actually quite good, actually, I have to give him credit for. But again, he's have to compete for that starting centre back position. And I think he might actually be my first choice now. I think Hugh Douglas might get dropped to the bench, but we definitely need a formation change. That 5-2, whatever it is, whatever the formation's called, it needs to change. It is atrocious. Anything with a 5, a 3, and a 2, you just leave yourself so exposed at the sides. And you know, we lost midfield battle over and over again today, and I think we might switch to a 4-3-3 or to my trusty 4-2-3-1, although I don't really have the players to play a 4-3-3 unless I play like 2 center backs in, which I might do. That might be the plan, is stick to a 4-3-3 with a defensive mid and see if we can stick with that. But we need to get wing play in, and it's going to be tricky to figure out, but I'm going to try and see what we can do for the next episode. But not a good start. It's 2 losses on the bounce. Let's see what happens when we get into the next 2 games this month, and maybe we can, you know, salvage a point or 2. Home game here in the Electricity League, Brave versus St. Patrick's Athletic. So chance to get some points here. We desperately need to get something here. A point, even 3 would be nice, but instantly we go down. But Kelly gets us a goal back, so do know with the early goal for St. Pat's before Kelly equalizes for us, and now Jer Pender has put us in a 2-1 lead, and they've got a red card, straight red from Madden. 71 minutes, Markey gets them a goal. Is there a winner in this game? I feel like there might be. No, there isn't, unfortunately. It's a 2-2 draw here against St. Pat's at home. I was expecting the win there with they got that red card, but somehow St. Patrick's have, you know, used one of their 9 lives. Final game of the month here as we travel down to Cork in the south of Ireland for game against Cork City. I think Cork City are pretty good as Buckley gets them an early goal, and that is not good news for us, down 1-0. Let's see what type of fight this team has. Unfortunately not very good because O'Connor has blasted in a second and not looking good. Not looking good at all for us. Anyway, time for some subs here. You know, just 1 goal would be nice here to see the boys put up something, you know, to take back to Dublin. Unfortunately, it is a 3-0 smashing here by Cork City. This team is atrocious. It really is struggling. You know, we're gonna need some youth talent to come through quickly and, you know, give us some type of improvement in the team because we don't really have much. So we're gonna have a quick look here through the other teams in our league and just to see where we kind of stand in our league, because obviously the biggest issue that we have is we're a very weak side, and we're going through each of the teams here as we start here with Bohemians. Team in Dublin. They got 56, 57, 56. They have best players 64, so they have quite a lot of talent in that midfield. It's gonna be tough to break them down. Working up top looks pretty solid. You know, ourselves, we're 55. Our best players, what, 58? Not pretty. It's not great either. So during that, Cork City are probably the best team, 61, 62, and 61. So quite strong, you know, well-versed team there. Derry City, we might have a chance to do some damage to Derry City, but they've got a right back who's 60, a goalkeeper 58. So their team we could look to target. Dundalk, oh wow, 69, 65, and 63. Pretty much everything's 10 times better than what we have. Interesting team, Duffy, McElhaney, Hoban, all 69. That's a pretty that's a very good team. That's gonna be a tough team to beat for a title. Limerick, more down to our level, but Maguire at 62 is better than anything we have by a good 5 points. Here's the Shamrock Rovers team, as you can see there, quite a good players. Bulger, McAneff, 63s, Grace as well. Their goalkeeper 67, McManus, and Burns 66. So yeah, quite some good players in that team. Sligo Rovers more towards us, but a better defense than what we have, much, you know, more solid there. 59, 58, 59, 57. That's kind of what we want to see. And a 62 Murray up front, not bad. St. Pat's, who we just drew with. Pardon me here, just quick off. They have a good defense. Madden 65, Toner 63. So they're very all stacked back there. 62 left back as well. So tricky side to go through. Waterford look good in attack and midfield there. A lot of 60s in that. That's kind of what you're looking for in a team. And back to the beginning. So as you can see, a lot of stuff we need to improve on before we can be anywhere in this league. So we're going to wrap up the episode here. We're in 10th position in the bottom. It's not great. It's not pretty either, but it's gonna be a tricky season. Now I feel like the teams we have a chance to get, like Waterford and Derry City, potentially Limerick, maybe we can just try and just, you know, trickle points off them. We'll be happy. I think that'll be something I'm looking just to do, you know. But this season's kind of like wouldn't say yeah, it is kind of rebuild. It's kind of like a rebuild, a restructure, and a re-everything kind of year. It's gonna be reformation, retacticalize. You know, it's a lot of stuff we're gonna have to do. But ultimately, we're gonna get September now, next episode, and that will give us a chance to get more talent in. You know, the players, they feel like the passing was so tricky. Like I haven't played with players that low in a long time, and it was definitely a real shock to the system. So we'll see what happens next episode. But anyway, guys, I'm wrapping up here. Hope you enjoyed episode 1 of the Director of Football Career Mode. I actually really enjoy this career. It's going to be a fantastic career mode. Once we get into the actual career mode in the next episode, things will get a little bit quicker and a little bit better. But it's going to be a good one. Looking forward to seeing what talent we come up with in our youth academy. What else we have? We actually have a very good goalkeeper that we currently have in there. I'm going to keep tabs on, waiting for him to come 16 so we can promote him instantly to the team. He's actually a 62 overall, so a little spoiler there for you guys. He's definitely going to be our starter as soon as he gets promoted. So we're looking forward to that. But anyway, guys, I'm wrapping up here. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. Check out the episode tomorrow. I'll probably have Man United up, and then the next day I will have another Director of Football Career Mode up. But anyway, guys, I'm wrapping up. See you guys next time. Peace out. Enjoy. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.